Right
Now,
now?
now I've hit it, so you have no
Nice.
excuse.
No. Hi, Stuart.
Hey, how's it going?
Bit of some outry back stuff, but that's okay. It is what it is. We had a
Hmm.
pretty productive bit of filming today, didn't we, Stuart?
We did,
With
and
special guest unknown. I mean,
there's
we
more to
know.
come with him eventually too.
Not my own man, although that would be great. But, someone potentially equally as special surprise guesty. In a different
Hmm.
sort of way. I should say not exactly the same,
Yes,
but like in a different sort of techie way.
absolutely.
So yeah, look
And it's good to
forward.
see you guys back. Thank you so much for joining us for this.
Yes.
These are generally fun to do. We
Mhm.
usually uncover some cool stuff that we never thought we'd be talking about.
Mhm.
Going in, we're like, I have nothing to talk about, and then we'd like just come up with some good stuff. So,
And as you often say,
uh,
it's kind of like just guys at the pub chatting. That's kind of why we go off these things. Just listen,
yeah.
learn, and see what we can dissect. And then once the season's done, we can go back and say, "Wow, we did.
We were so dumb.
We were so something." But also geniuses. Both.
Oh, always. Yeah.
Well, always, eh? Okay.
At least
Okay.
half of us.
Huh.
That's Team Trek Yards. I mean, not everybody out there. 26 viewers, 29 likes. That's pretty pathetic, guys. Come on.
Oh,
Likes are more than the viewers. Come on. A
mm.
few of you haven't hit like. We can hit 30.
It's true.
One of you hasn't hit like. Let's
Click,
do it.
click, clickety, click, click. There you go. That's the yeah, and it's our first lower decks of the week. This episode was a little less fully featured for the other stuff in references was they were kind of flat in a sense, like reference to Q. Okay, we summarise the reference, But next week we finally have some answers to some questions, and also we're gonna take a brief look at the trailer from episode 1 this season on, because we're now down to 7, 8, 9, 10, 4 episodes, and I'm either guessing it'll be a 3-part finale with a lead in and a 2-parter, or one more and then 2.
Mm,
So not much left to look at, but I've been interested to see what is left in the here's the tease. So we're gonna do both those today.
cool. Cool. Yeah, there's not really. I mean, I rewatched the next time on,
Oh, I actually forgot.
and there's not too much
You say
going
that every
on,
time.
really.
You say that every time.
I know, but this time I'm like literally trying to think of things and be clever, and it's just not anything.
Well, hopefully you guys will super chat us to victory and give your own thoughts. Let me start sharing. So see you in a minute.
Speaking of super chats, Mark Lawrence has already super chatted, but I'll read that once Samuel gets back. And if you guys can, please do. We'd love to hear your thoughts or ideas about what's coming up on Lower Decks, whether it's just this week or as the last couple episodes are coming to a close here. Anything you suspect, especially with Q. I mean, we saw Q, so how's he going to tie in? Can you call it right now as what you think he's going to be doing? Let us know, and then you get bragging rights if you're right, I guess. But yeah, super chats are a great way to support the channel. And if you can, please do. Or join the channel. That's another fantastic way to help out, and it actually makes a huge difference. So, plus you get the rank of Commander, Captain, or Admiral, which is important because it does things. It opens doors for you, if you will. Plus, when you join the channel, they get your name highlighted. You get a little badge beside your name, shows us how long you've been a member, and you get cool emojis and stuff for the live chats, stickers and things. So check it out if you can. And another way to support the channel, of course, if you can't or you don't want a super chat or you can't, PayPal is another way. Most people have PayPal these days. So if you have the information on how to send us PayPal, which you do in the description of every video, by all means, send us PayPal. Let us know that you've sent it, though, during the live if you do, and we will read your comment or question via email that way. So just let the moderators in the regular chat know that you've sent one, and they'll let us know. Or, of course, the standard way, just hitting the links down below and going to the Teespring store, saving some money on Eagle Moss, using the discount code TrekYards10. TrekYards10, yeah, all one word. But 10 is a number, so TrekYards10 with no space or underscore. Just TrekYards10. But use the link down below. You got to use the link to get to the Eagle Moss site. If you don't use the link, then the code doesn't always work. And plus, they don't know where the traffic's coming from. So hit the link. But yeah, like I said, super chats are the best way to help us out during the lives. Plus, to get your comment read, your question answered, and it's we have to read those on air. So you get to kind of steer the conversation and put words into our mouth, literally. So if you want to do that and let us know, like I said, your thoughts, your ideas, your feelings, anything like that, you can. Sturm von Alk read a great article the other day that describes the draw of Lower Decks. Basically, the lead characters are allegories for different types of Trekkies. Oh, very cool. Yeah, Jeff Jacobs there is sharing the Eagle Moss code, but just make sure if you use Checkyards 10 as your discount code that you click the link to get to Eagle Moss that's in the description, because very important that the two go hand in hand. Yeah, PayPal, use trekyards@hotmail.com. Yep, that's another great way to help us out. But yeah, I mean, super chats are the best way because, as I said, you got to put the words into our mouths, literally. We have to say what you say or think or feel.
This is true. Yeah.
Well, speaking of...
You tell us how to feel. It's like, oh, okay.
Mark Lawrence puts in $5, or did
hi, Mark.
Way before the live started, actually.
Oh.
Doubt I'll make it for the live stream, so here's a little something. Well, thank you, Mark. Mark is a godsend for us here at Trekyards and a really good guy.
And are you here? Did you manage to make it?
I don't think he's here.
Oh, well, he was right then. So, he's always right. So, well done, Mark. You saw the future and you saw it all coming.
Yeah. And Olivia Julius puts in $2. Hit like to calm the Jeffrey Sue monster. Yeah, we have 56 people watching and 50 likes. That's one of the best ways to help us out as well, is hit that like button. And yeah, if you can, please do.
So yeah, this is we're episode 7, so we have 4 left. Yep.
7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. I always do the same thing. Like 7 plus.
Yep.
Wait a minute. There's only 10. Yeah.
Including 7. Yeah. So I'm definitely sad about that. Although it's still enough to enjoy. I mean, still a full month. Well, 3 weeks and 2 days. And as we always have, the more of the trailer content that we go through, the more surprises we have. Although I think this episode, they've given more of the game away, because the dog and the transporter effect are not both pre-title sequence. So unlike most of the episodes, I think we've been given the A and the B actually from the get-go, which is unusual. Meaning that there'll be probably not very much faff. Normally they throw in another thing to kind of sidestep us, but I think it's gonna be very focused, given that we've seen the just a sense of consistency of how they've done the rest of the trailers. I think we know more this time around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the dog is probably going to just be the pre-title sequence. I'm kind of hoping.
Well, no, it couldn't be, because we've got the dude in the airlock.
The dude in the airlock?
Yeah, the creature you think is Eric's race. He's in that scene.
With the dog?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I didn't know that there's a dog in that scene.
Yeah, well, we'll get them when we get there. And we'll do the main intro first, and then we'll go there. I remember. But I was definitely excited for this one, just because it looked a Boimler forward one. And, we've seen Barclay in and out of transport or whatever. This next idea of how do you mess up. It's a transporter malfunction episode, obviously. But, he might be able to do some funny things while in this version of reality. And to see Mariner be so wanting to help him is going to be good, I think. And how he might react to the crew. Maybe he'll take this power... Because it's like if you suddenly became invisible for a day, beyond the naughty things you'd do, you might try and stop crime. If you saw a crime, you might try and help. And then what could the story be around that? And if you've seen movies where I don't know if you've seen that Will Smith spy comedy animated movie that came out 2 years ago.
Oh, I haven't.
I just saw it last weekend, and it's in the trailer, but he becomes a pigeon, and the story is how he uses his pigeon powers. It's like, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's not bad. Like everyone's having fun, which is is always a good sign if you watch a movie. But let's swap to the actual.
Throws in $2. Quick 50 is sweet 50. 50 is sweet 50. What? 100 will be even better. Hashtag make Jeff pay. And Fleet Paw Swiftback throws in $2. Never fear, Fleet Paw's here. So that's awesome. Thank you guys.
Nice.
Um, yeah.
So we start off
What do
with
you guys thought?
oh,
Let us know. Super chat whether you think that. Let us know. Come on, feed
yeah.
us information, ideas.
So beauty shop the ship. Good. Now already,
Mm-hmm.
I like to look at little things. This scene, this was definitely a watch it 3 times to get information. So we get the dog, but there's
Mm-hmm.
two other small things. One, they're sleeping, bags under their eyes, but they're sleeping in full uniform,
Mm-hmm.
which I find odd.
Yeah, with no covers or anything.
No,
Well,
maybe sheets are a lieutenant and higher privilege.
maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed the bags under their eyes. I just assume it's because she's waking them up in the middle of the night because she's so excited about her
Yeah,
dog DNA manipulation.
but hence they're still in uniform. Why still in uniform?
Hmm.
Like, I wonder maybe if the joke will be we get a scene where they've been like on a 14-hour shift and they're like, oh my god, Tendi, oh my god, like she hasn't walked in yet, and then they crash in their bed and they say, all right, Boimler, I'll see you in a and they both pass out, and then she runs in like post pre-title and then wakes them up and she's like, oh my god, like, the gag is the intro leads them in. I'm
Mm.
also overthinking it, but they shouldn't be in uniform unless they literally passed out, and you could tell a funny joke with that. Maybe they're
Mm-hmm.
explaining some amazing adventure that we're never going to see, obviously. Some ridiculous. Oh my god, and that bird of prey did this. Oh my, Then the Breen cruiser did what? I know, I can't believe it. And the Breen captain was on our view screen.
Without a helmet. First time I ever saw Breen.
Can't believe he's a blonde. Blonde crystal hair.
Eugene puts in 250 rubles.
Hi, Eugene.
Will there be a reference to famous Geordie phrase, "We are not dead"?
Ooh, that'd be good. Yeah, the out of phase row bit. I could see
Mm-hmm.
that. I could see that. So what do you take from this first scene with the dog? Then you can tell us through the horrifying dog.
Sorry, what? Got out there. What do you think?
So I talked about the sleeping bit. Talk us about
Mhm.
what would you get from this first scene with the dog?
Like I said, I thought it was a pre-title thing, so I really didn't care. It's either some kind of alien dog that she manipulated the DNA for. I didn't think there would be that much of a story with the dog, but
You
I
don't
guess
pay
if it's-
attention sometimes, do you? Oh, Stewie.
No.
Yeah, it's gonna be
So
a
I
fun
don't know.
thing. Oh.
I hate the mutation that its head mutates and its eyes become bats or whatever. It's like what the
Stuart,
okay.
it becomes
No.
a sarlacc pit
Yeah, it does absolutely.
or a vagina.
Oh, ow! I don't know what kind of vagina you've seen, but goddamn.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's really gross. I don't like it.
Uh-huh.
Like you don't. Although interestingly, Rutherford's uniform is real damaged. So I'm guessing the pre-title will be something else, or this is right at the end of the episode. Maybe like she
Oh, yeah.
it because the bags must mean something beyond just tired. I don't think that's. And why would his uniform be ripped?
And yeah, it is quite noticeably damaged.
Although it's a different effect. The first time it opens with its head. The second time it breaks its back and something else happens. It's a different
Yeah.
showing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's freaky, whatever it is.
It's awful. I mean, his eyes turns into bats. It's horrible. It's absolutely gruesome. But the thing is, it's alien enough, even though it is cartoony for me, unlike Badgie, it's kind of like interesting, creepy enough to be not too far, Like I could see this being in Discovery. Not as necessarily a benefit to it, but it's not that far,
Yeah.
It's just close enough. But I love her enthusiasm. Originally, when I saw this in every other trailer, I got the sense that it was a robot or it was an experiment. But I think she literally has a dog, and she tested on a dog. Like, it's as simple as it sounds. It's like, yep, she literally messed up a DNA of a dog. The point it becomes the villain of the episode, in a sense. It's like, oh, that's what I get from it. I mean, we watched it. Like, ugh,
Well, it's like mad scientist kind
Yes.
of vibe, which is scary because why would you do that to a poor dog if it's actually a dog? I think it might be an alien that took on a dog appearance for her, and then she's trying to. I don't know. Maybe she's trying to manipulate the DNA to turn it back.
Well, that depends if it's literally what's happening or figuratively. Because it'd also be fun if it was an alien that's pretending to be, but that'd be fun. But I think it's just a dog. But I like her. She does seem to be the sort of lady that thinks, can I, not should I?
Well, yeah, yeah.
You know, just because I can make a dog do all this stuff, should I?
Makes me wonder if there's going to be an interaction between the dog and the doctor because she's a cat.
Oh,
Um,
ooh,
it'd be funny if
ooh.
she hissed and arched her back.
And then it grows like big claws and like a double Canadian. Yeah, I could see that beat. I mean, come on. Well, no, it makes sense actually because obviously Doctor. I mean, she's been basically, if you're being hired as the Doctor lady, you only had like 44 lines so far, and and not even that, like 15 lines. She's been very underserved. So yeah, this is definitely it should be a Tindy episode, Tendy episode. So yeah, throw the Doctor in. You know.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well,
Um,
yeah, I'd like to see more of the doctor. Like we've really missing out on that. So
yeah. But then
uh,
you get. She's like, "Oh, you're so cute," even though horror demon. And then you
yeah.
get so that's the S1 of the plots, and again we'll go into the trailer in a minute. But then we get the transporter things. So take us through what you see here then, or what they said.
Well, see, this first scene in the bay, the repair bay, gives me a very Jeff Goldblum The Fly vibe with the two pods connected. Um, and he even says in dialogue he needs somebody to help him test it because he wants to make it faster. Like transporting is not fast enough. But anyways, Boimler decides to volunteer. So unauthorized experiment. I mean, I don't think you'd see this necessarily in TNG with an ensign experimenting on this kind of thing. This would be like the main cast.
I think
Um,
Barclay would do it.
oh, actually, now that you said that, yeah, you're
Assume
absolutely
Barclay had
correct.
friends. You know what I mean? Like, and they would volunteer. But it's actually now you've said that. It actually is literally both of the secondaries are experimenting, and both go wrong. That's their one with medical, one with science. So it's actually they're going to be hopefully the forward-facing characters. That would be
Mm.
great, actually.
Hmm.
And I can imagine maybe Boimler is the casualty of his experiment, and Mariner has to deal with the dog. And again, then you split out the teams. It could be fun to see those two, the girls with the guys, and then the. What do you think? Because that'd be, I think, give them some time to shine.
That would be great because we complained last time that it'd be nice to split up the pairs.
Yeah.
And yeah, to have the two guys together, and I think that would be great actually. And that's what it looks like from this scene. That perhaps that could be the case.
But we know that, as in another trailer, we're going to have it all come together, which is how it should do. I can imagine that the Boimler has to use his outer phase powers, and the dog has to use its, genetic hybrid mutant horror pit powers to take out some intruder or whatever. And that would be a good way of having it all, And then both Tendi and Rutherford are like, so he did do good, just in a roundabout way. We did save the ship for our horrifying experiments. Almost killed many people, but hey.
Well. Well, Dave Stelzer puts in $2.
Hi, Dave.
Could it be the dog from TNG Aquael? Remember the lady that was on the space station by herself and they listened to her logs, and then she had a dog, but the dog's an alien. I believe some kind of shapeshifter.
Yes, this is ringing bells.
Yeah.
Yes, it's that.
Which
dog.
the shape.
There you go, confirmed.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know, but that's a good call out.
Yeah.
Good job.
Although I wonder if they're going to bring up then, because I would not associate a starship with having dogs. Now that is obviously a odd thing to say, given we had Porthos, or that was obviously many generations ago, and we had Spot. Although a cat is different to a dog, you wouldn't expect the cat to leave the quarters. You'd expect the dog to try, etc.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't expect to see dogs, but I wouldn't see maybe you have to have a permit. Like it's not the end of the world. Just it's not often happening. But I wonder if they're going to make a point of, wait, you have a dog? Oh, you've had a dog the entire time. Really? Yeah. And then cuts to, wouldn't it be great if it cuts to the zombie episode and we see the dog look out the window, see people being ripped apart. We keep cutting back to, like in Red Letter Media, there's one episode where there's a guy that, oh yeah, he was here the whole time. Cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be kind of funny. Not that it's necessary at all, but if you want me to dog a joke,
well, Lista Jericho keeps saying the thing monster.
Yeah, well, yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. Didn't Geordi kill the creature in that episode? Probably.
Yeah,
yes.
we're playing, obviously. But how happy are they all to transport test? I mean, it's going to work, mate. Oh no, it happened like the tests. Oh no. I didn't solve the problem. And then what do you think? We looked at the trailer and they were the blue thing I was able to work out it was some sort of either force field or they're not.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, what do you think? Out of phasing because of a transporter? What do you think?
Not sure how that would quite work, but okay.
Okie dokie, maybe.
Okie dokie. I don't know. He can see through him, so I mean, he's not quite all there. And I said it's not a big deal. It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, and then we see. Yeah, you're right. We see him on the. It looks like another ship, or at least a airlock thing with the alien. Which I don't have that picture in front of me, right?
Yeah. I mean, the last thing of this is him on the bridge, being like, I mean,
Yeah.
you okay? Yeah, I'm totally fine. It's working. Everyone is quite confused about letting him do it, so I'm guessing he just wanders onto the bridge. Wouldn't it be interesting if they take the literal approach of where he can actually like move vertically as well? Like if he kicks off, he can like grab onto the deck and then go above. So he can float into the bridge. We've never had that. It'd be really hard to do live action, but how hard would it be in an animated? I don't know.
Well, that's like the one with Ensign Rowe and Geordi. It's like, how can they walk on the floor? Really?
Yep.
S1N Noir, Boimler tapped into the mycelial network. Either that, or he's a force ghost.
I mean, hey. Use the condenser, Boimler. Use the condenser. Condenser? I'm going...
Condenser.
I was going something else there. Geordi. I was looking for Geordi. Oh dear.
That'd be funny if they did have some kind of force ghost joke. I wonder if they would do that, like cross the streams as far as fandom go to make a joke.
I mean, it can be clever. I mean, the glowing people. Well, it's fine. Okay, but that takes us. Clearly, we have the A and the B plot. Or I mean, hey, they might throw the massive curveball. The transporter might be the misdirect. I mean, we know it's in a later part, but they might that might be the instant it happens, and then you think he's out of the episode, and then that because I mean we've had A and B's happen where we still have the primary plot be mentioned in the first scene, so we might jumpstart right into the transporter thing. Because you can imagine cut from exterior to inside, and Warren walks in, Rutherford's like, "Hey man, hey, you want to help me with something?" And it goes straight into the scene, and then it ends titles with, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. James McGill, $2. Like to see dog meet ship doctor catfolk. Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
That would be hilarious.
I have 98 people watching, 78 likes. Click like.
Yes, please.
So now I want to go through the other trailer, the original Next Time On, and we'll see what has and hasn't been used, and we'll get to the picture that refers to this one, but we'll see if anything we think is going to be included. Do you still have these pictures, Stuart, from the last trailer?
I never got them from that trailer, no.
You never got them from the first trailer?
No, I didn't.
I mean, I've got
did
them
we talk about it?
I mean, I've got them in your raw screen caps episode 1.
Episode 1.
This was at the start of the season. That's the trailer I'm referring to.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one they just released with the cute. Okay. No. All right, hold on.
Yeah, I want to look at the first trailer. So it starts out with some beauties. We've got the Klingon. Got the Klingon episode again. Shell leaving the bay. Don't know if we've had that. More Klingon. Oh, this is the sacred crystals. Oh, we haven't had the tentacle, the alien tentacle creature, Farpoint creature. So I bet that's gonna be the next one. That'll be the last single episode. I doubt that'll be the next time. I doubt that'll be the two-parter one. That feels too TNG-esque to me.
Let's see here. Get that open. Okay, there we go.
And then we have the please let me shoot, but that he's no, you can't shoot. Back to the crystals. Then you got the moon. Then you got the terraform. This is the transporter. So this is from this episode. Then you've got the eels in zero gravity. Could that be this week? And yes, I said eels in zero gravity. These are words out of my mouth. Stop and seen it.
Maybe? I'm trying to find the picture that you're on. That's all. Getting there. Getting there. Don't know why it's so difficult. All right, there we go. Okay, the eels. Yeah, I think that's one's going to be tied into the tentacle creature episode. I mean, we thought that about the whole warp core being turned into the coral and stuff as well, but
Yeah.
I think it's probably just an alien ship that's organic in nature. Maybe that's its crew. No idea.
Maybe. Then we've got the Klingon stuff again, and then we've got the Zero G. We've seen that. The Zero G again. The ship being a ship. We've got the toe lift. Yep, saw that. Now we've got, there we go. Now we've got so we've got Tendi, we've got the dog, we've got the alien creature. Maybe not wearing a mask. We've got him got a bag, and the dog. So this is definitely going to be this week.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts? Now we have a bit more potential context.
Well, I was trying to zoom in on that alien because it does have a third hand, so it is an Endosian. It does have a mask. It looks like the ship is, or whatever it's coming out of, some kind of like fog. Red alert. Looks like it's part of the ship. I don't know, man.
Or maybe sorry. Okay.
No, I was just gonna say how is he carrying a bag if he's phasing? By the way, I don't know.
Maybe the bag's out of phase too, just less out of phase. But you're right. That's a good point. Now we know. Or maybe it literally. Well, no, he does. He is able to touch consoles in the bridge.
Yeah.
So maybe he's out of phase. Maybe it's a weird out of phase where he's like 1% out of phase. He can still do everything, but he can't pee or something. He can't eat. Yeah, because I mean, if it's a comedy, so you go more silly with that. Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Or maybe that bag is polarized and it is what's keeping him to the ground. Maybe the joke is that if he's out of phase, the gravity doesn't affect him properly, he moves. So that's keeping him locked to the ground.
I mean, yeah. Put a gravity generator in there or something.
It depends how far they take the joke mentality versus it being serious. But you can see obviously the dog is in here.
Eugene throws in 100 rubles.
Thank you.
It says for the girl from Ipanema. Ipanema, what's that?
Oh, is that the episode with the dog, maybe?
And Fleetpaw puts in $2 Tholians. No, it's not Tholian. That's definitely an Endosian. It's got 3 legs and 3 arms. And that's Lieutenant Eric's from his species from the animated series. So it's going to be a great call out.
Yeah, you've been saying it's been them since the first time you saw it.
I know.
But I think it's either the misdirector is actually a friend. It's just a really spooky way of whatevering, or it's actually a villain. Although it's quite a chill way of coming in.
Well, it looks like it's wearing a Starfleet uniform. If you zoom in, it's got the V at the bottom. Looks like it's wearing a yellow Starfleet uniform. You can see the other hand too, and it looks like it's got some kind of cloak on or something. But you can see the V. It's like the bottom of their uniforms.
I'll go as far he's wearing a mask. I won't.
Well, look at Tindy's uniform beside it, and even the pleat. There's even a line where the pleat would be, or the line on her uniform. There's a line corresponding on his. Yeah, he's definitely wearing a Starfleet uniform. I'll call that right now.
Okay. So maybe he's then a member of the crew that can stop the dog, or cause, you can say Tindy can breathe this atmosphere. Boimler doesn't need to. He's out of phase. Maybe they're bringing this. Well, they're in an airlock, right? And if we assume that side of the ship is maybe the whole ship is getting gassed to kill the dog, and Tendy's like, no, the dog doesn't mean any harm, and they get into the, I don't know. That puts a.
Maybe this is a transporter specialist that they're picking up that can actually fix Boimler's issue. because he's the only one that can manipulate the transporter in such a way to solve his problem.
I mean, it'd be cool if there was an
usually don't know.
alien, an Andorian or even one of their race's ships, coming beside them and help. Obviously, without the red ominous smoke, it would be a whole different tone. Oh, I don't know, but also the dog seems nice, but I get the sense the dog could be. Also, the thing is they look scared, so he's obviously not there deliberately. He's not there as a specialist. He's not. I mean, I think the uniforms. I know what you're going for, but based on the reaction, they're too scared.
Look at the boots. Look at the boots. It's even got the medical boots or the white stripes, same as Tindy does. It's a Starfleet uniform. I'll call that right now. I'll go on record. Go out on a limb saying that.
Well, the boots aren't white, but the stripe's white.
Yeah.
I mean, that's interesting. I mean, talk about, changing expectations. But they look scared and worried. Or maybe it's like a Federation guy gone rogue. Yeah. Could be interesting.
Maybe it's his dog. He lost his dog. She found it, and now he's coming back to
find it. I bring a fog generator wherever I go. No, that's interesting. See, this is what happens, guys. We have scoops.
Now we also have like the scene, the tribunal scene. The Horn of Truth, which we've seen, I guess. Have we seen that? Yeah, we've seen that. Never mind.
No, we haven't seen the Tribunal yet.
Haven't we?
No. No, this is the season finale. This is absolutely the end two-part. All of our heroes get kidnapped by these aliens. Because it absolutely feels like it feels like to me like it's gonna be a Star Trek 6, like referencey. They're either sent to prison or sent for a mission, or this will be because it feels so grand in scope, and all four are there, and we have never seen all four of them really do something together.
Gotcha.
Definitely, again, Klingon-esque, and I mean, come on, if that's not Chang-esque, Chang-esque man in another thing. Clearly, everything is a parallel, which is fine. I mean, interesting enough. And then you have the space dock. We haven't seen the space dock shot yet. Not this one in particular.
No.
And we have been promised more of the California classes. So I'm betting there might be a scene at the end of the season where they're rallying some ships to go rescue them or something. That would make sense.
Yeah, I think that's probably how one of the last, if not the last episode is going to start, is with that grandiose space dock scene or something.
And do you think we're going to get? I mean, I'm sure they pretty much were sure there'd be a season 2. Like, I know they obviously commissioned it at some point, but you don't necessarily write thinking there'll be the next season. Do you think they actually leave on a cliffhanger at the end of the season?
I can see them doing that, yeah. Very best of both worlds-esque. Yeah.
And then you've got, all the Klingon stuff again, the freighter thing, the coral thing, the Borg thing, the tractor beam thing. Haven't had the big dude. The Romulan, you haven't had anything with the Romulan spies, the Romulan neutral zone, or the big bug monster. So that feels like a big thing, because Romulan neutral zone, with a big thing that says neutral zone. Considering how big that pad is, that text is huge. Just saying. And in fact, they're going through the Romulan neutral zone or through which means another alien they're going through to meet them. But so we've got Romulan neutral zone stuff to come, and Boimler in the chair,
at the helm, and Mariner at ops.
Yeah. And that'll be good, I think. I wonder where were the Romulans then? Were they in another screen cap thing? 'Cause I can't see the Romulan Black Ops episode screen caps here.
No, I can't either.
But there were some.
Must have been another sneak peek. Because that's where we got the rifle information for our rifle discussion.
Yeah.
And that was Tendi. That was we're in the special ops outfit and taking out Romulans. And
that'd be another reason why maybe she was given a pass on the spacewalk training if she was very, very good at the spec ops stuff. I could buy that. They were like, we'll fudge this. Because how cool that would be to have a reveal that she's actually a, got some special ops intelligence training. She's so cute and adorable, and she's like, oh yeah, I've also basically, a black belt in this and this. I know what I'm doing. It's like, oh wow, okay, cool, cute, innocent, but deadly in a Starfleet way.
Yeah. The Trembler
Ooh.
puts in $10. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I just showed up and I have to go soon. Forgive if this was covered, but I hope the dog sequence mentions how rules of genetic manipulation of sentient versus non-sentient beings both differ and match.
It's interesting.
Good call out there. I'm not sure if they'll mention that, but
you can't do it to people. Although I can imagine that because she's Orion, they will have probably different rules on genetic engineering, and she just might not have thought anything of it. I can imagine everyone else is like, "You did what?" She's like, "Yeah, we do this all the time. I just worked out a different thing." And she even says, "I remember the dialogue. I've changed every single line of code. Like this is a pretty massive modification. So maybe it might not be as elaborate where she's from."
It's very difficult to piece together from what we have, unfortunately. As good as we are at sometimes catching stuff, I don't know. I'm just kind of at a loss here.
I think we've done very well. The question is, when will these things be placed? Which will be before other things? And how much of this is to trick us? What do you guys think? I mean, seriously, let us know in the comments or the chats. Chat comments.
Yeah, because... So I think the two-parter, if it's going to be a two-parter, the last two episodes, or at least the last episode, is going to be the Romulans are the big baddies.
Yeah.
Then we also have this alien insect thing, which it'd be cool if it tied into conspiracy. The little bugs, like this is the queen,
or like it's their cousins. Neat. It's like you guys were so mean to we sound this innocent, scout force, and you guys did mean things.
Yeah.
That bug was my uncle, and what did you do? Well, we didn't do it. Yeah, but you Federation. You guys are dicks. It's like, what? You're going to enslave all of our people. Yeah, but it was going to be great.
And if you zoom in on the pad that Ransom's holding, you can see it looks like a route that we're taking.
Absolutely.
And it's very circuitous. It's like doing this in the neutral zone. So.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm thinking that might be someone else's route. Like someone's met them, or they have to meet someone somewhere, and they've got the route. Because that obviously tells us they're trying to avoid someone something. Like I can't imagine Cerritos going through the neutral zone into the Romulan space. Although it might be nice then if they mention Shinzon, or even, I mean, to be fair, given that we've already had two of the legacies revealed, and they've been somewhat side legacies, J.G. Hertzler as Noct Martok and John Delancey as Q. Wouldn't it be great if the last two part is the Romulans, and we actually had Denatra come back, given that her paycheck isn't going to be as high as it could be, and full on have her as be the head of the government or whatever. I mean, for me that'd be would be great. It seems like a sidestep they might do. If we've got direct Romulan plot, why not?
But they're not going to do that. I promise you they won't do that. Because nobody's going to know who the hell Denatra is, except for the hardcore fans.
But they also hired JG as Noct Martok. So they weren't doing it, They weren't doing it for the name recognition. They're doing it for the fun factor. They weren't banking, there was no promotion of, this week, JG Hertzler returns! So they're not doing it for the fame element. I just think, she wouldn't charge very much, like, in comparison to other people, and she was, she's in Starship Troopers. I love her in that. Like, if you're just doing a really good Romulan storyline, you could have fun with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to say anymore. Oh, man. Yeah, everything else here is something we've seen already. Damn.
And ironically, most of the stuff in the next trailer is obviously all stuff we haven't seen, so they've kind of, set up that we're going to see some stuff. But I'm excited for this one. It's going to be interesting. The dog is surprising, but I think we'll get Tindy and Rutherford be primaries, which will be good. Transporter thing is fun. They're trying to, I found they're covering both bases.
Ron Sarna says Sela. I can see Sela returning. Absolutely.
Well, we said that well before the first season started. Like, who could you bring that would be maximum payoff? Denise Crosby, absolutely. But whereas Denatra, you have such a good blank slate of friend, but also political military person. Seela, she's a villain. Like, you kind of know what you're getting with her. You're not going to think, oh, it's Seela, this is gonna be fun. Like, you know what I mean? It's much more. It's like it's like every time TNG brought the Duras sisters back, you didn't say, oh great, let's see what they're doing. They're thinking, oh no, what are they gonna do? You know?
Yeah.
Not that I want Denatra to go bad, but yeah, I mean, Seela would be great. Especially if they bring it back in Picard season 2, which is such an obvious thing to do as well, given how important the Romulans were not, but meant to be. And what do you guys think? I mean, this is I don't think either of us are in much of a massively talking mood today. Given we already had like 3 hours of talking.
And I'm really drawing a blank as to how to make connections here as to what the hell's going to happen. Usually it's, something kind of nicely flows. But yes, if you guys have any suggestions, let us know because we'd love to chat about it.
And I think they've done a great job with giving us the A and B. I think we're not going to get a pre-title. It doesn't mean anything. I think it's all going to be one big episode. But guys, I mean, I think this won't be a very long one today. Between another $30, then at least we can hit a bare minimum. We've already got 5 in the bank, so 25 would be great. We'd love to know your thoughts and throw out your conspiracy theories if you want to do, because we're right at the end of the season. How it might link, and even tell us, do you think, because it does kind of shift, if Mariner is presented well or not so well? Do you think this will be a good one for her, where she's respectful and nice and a good officer, or will she kind of stand out as being a bit of a know-it-all, etc.? Where do you think she's going to fall in this line? She's been better overall, so good. But where do you think she's going to fall? Seriously, let us know. I want to know. And now back to you, Stuart.
Fleet Paw Swiftback goes in $5. Regarding the Endosian, in Beta Canon, there's a female Endosian serving in Titan as a nurse. Possible meetup with Titan, and that would be effing sweet. That would be effing sweet. But I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it.
That's really interesting.
Eugene, 200 rubles.
Thank you. Good to see you here as always.
Only hardcore fans. It seems if you're not a hardcore fan, then you're gonna miss 60% of the things in the show anyway, so it won't be a problem. Yeah, I mean, I'll give them that. I could see them doing it still, but I just personally I doubt it for that one character. Like for Denatra, even some hardcore fans might go Denatra. Sounds familiar, but took me a second when you said it to kind of go, oh, who's that? But yeah.
Well, I mean, in a similar vein, if you haven't seen DS9, then Martok is just a guy. Whereas obviously Q is a universal. He's always liked, and a lot of people just don't like DS9. So I mean, as with all these things, we are in a higher echelon of knowing things and liking things, etc. I just think if you're going Romulan storyline, then there's a lot of potential with her, and like I say, value for the
bang for the buck.
Yeah.
Trying to remember where we saw that Romulan thing though. I thought it was in this.
I thought it was too. It must have been some stills.
I think it was because we also got the board with all the time travel thingies. Her conspiracy board at the same time. Okay. So
cool. Makes sense.
The Trembla, $5.
Thank you.
After appearing on bridge, I bet Q goes to the lower decks because he senses that Freeman-Mariner connection, and he wants to figure what's up with it.
Or he's a nosy so-and-so, is he?
I can see that, yeah, absolutely.
I've already kind of said, though, he's literally like a one-line cameo.
Yeah.
Which is weird that you would bring in Delancey for a one-line... I know, so you're bringing God, basically, so kind of, use him right. But, use him for more than one line. But he's also in his tribunal robes, which is a very specific outfit with a very specific context. It'd have to be some very good joke, unless they're literally just saying, look, it's his outfit. But they're smarter than that,
Yeah.
I don't know. Wouldn't it be great if he pops in and he's like, you, Picard, have done this, and this. And he opens his eyes. It's like, you're not Picard. No, I'm not, says the captain. Well, where am I? On the Cerritos. What? The what? Don't you know? No, on Olympus. Well, I know everything, but I just don't care about everything. Where's Picard? Just some he's got wrong. Basically, he got the wrong number. Like he was trying to teleport somewhere and just got the wrong number.
Um, Darth Maul, Dinatra. Yeah, that topless chick from Starship Troopers. Yeah, no,
I mean,
no.
yeah.
Ron Sarna says, to be fair, it'll likely be a flashback for Q.
Well, it's on the
Uh,
bridge. I mean, it could be, but it'd be a flashback to the Cerritos with the captain that we know. Again, they kind of showed it. It's weird in the trailer. And then, although that said, I mean, they might be misleading us. I
eh.
mean, I'm all for them underselling and over delivering. You know, oh yeah, he's a one line cameo. Nope, he's the entire point of the episode. It's like, oh, sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. And Eugene says, what if the guy in the Q outfit is not actually Q? Well, any Q from the Q continuum is Q. So
it's not
but,
Q,
yeah,
but it's Q. But not Q. It's Q.
right. Adam Frey, we're going to find out Tindy was originally training for Starfleet intelligence, then decided to transfer to medical. Hey, I could totally see that being a thing.
Maybe her cuteness is a coping mechanism for all the stuff she's seen.
Ah.
Although I saw, what did I see? I saw something. I think it was I think it was an interview with the cast. This is a sidestep, but I was thinking, the past of these characters, where the actress that plays Mariner brought up the fact that they say in the episode that she, is a certain age, but she doesn't quite buy that, given that she also remembered saying lines where she's done all these cool things, and she's confused by it herself. She's like, well, I mean, she's done all these things, but she's only this. It's like, what? So I was intrigued by it. It's like, oh, okay. Confused too.
Hmm. I haven't heard that till now.
Yeah.
So I need to digest that. Hez Raz. I sometimes wonder if the Qs screw with the Romulans too. They just appear as Vulcanoids. Absolutely, I can see them doing that.
I mean, that should be a whole episode,
Yeah.
Well, how great would it be if, like, Q turns up... Again, we know the basis of the cameo, but if there's more of a cameo, turns up and like, goes into uniform. So we see him on the bridge as one thing, then goes into uniform and talks to Boimler. Doesn't know who Q is, though. And he's all, like, charming, and Boimler's completely ignorant. Like, 100%. For all... Like, because he doesn't know what Q looks like. And so Q's saying all these important things, like, do you recognise me? No, did I... Were at the academy together? No. And, like, all these intricate things, and... Of all the people he does not know, it's Q. And it's like, what?
Everyone knows about Q, though. They were talking about Q already.
Sorry? But, like I say, the legacy of Q, not necessarily the face of Q. There are several faces of Q, so...
That's true.
And,
Demas
you've also got to
Alves.
assume that more Q than just RQ have said hi to Starfleet in the last, 60 years. I mean, you can also not assume that, but I mean, I would be happy to assume that other captains have other experiences with other Qs. Like, Janeway had experience with like 4 Qs. So she can't get all the Qs. Literally 4 Qs.
Demas Alves, $5.
Thank you.
I'd like to see Dinatra topless, take off that football gear uniform, of course, referring to the Romulan uniform. And yeah, I would agree. See, you can make us say whatever you want us to say with a super chat. And there you go. I'm going to get in trouble now from somebody. E.R. Mixon's craziest theories. What if the dog is Q? That was my initial. Saw the preview last week.
Yeah, you said that.
And I cut out, didn't I? Because you were frozen. But yeah, I mean, it could be that the dog is the dog for the whole episode, and at the end, it's Q. And he either solves their problem and puts Boimler back to being normal, or just takes off. That'd be interesting, actually, because technically then Q would only be in it for a line, but really he's been in it for the whole episode as a dog.
I mean, yes. I mean, you can always, you have to make the dog even more important. Like, Tindy thinks she turns the genetic material into this amazing thing, and it goes well beyond any of her expectations, and it can do all these amazing things, and then at the end, it's like, nah, you didn't do anything. It was me. It's like, what? Yeah, I'm on holiday.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Yeah, I'm just on holidays. We get to have holidays too. So yeah, I mean, it's as silly as any other plot in a good way. It's like, yes, that's absolutely absurd. Lower decks. But it would also diminish the Tendi storyline if that's meant to be her time to shine.
Mm-hmm.
but that, you know, also it's funny. So I mean, it's variable, isn't it?
Yeah. SWTX Chaser, $2.
Thank you.
Mariner went to section 31 high. Ha.
I get it. I buy it. I just don't want it.
Yep.
But it's not a bad idea necessarily. It's just okay. But hey, if she flunked, like if she was like, that would be more interesting if she was, you know, if she was picked and then really did not do well.
Yeah.
And then maybe she was like de-aged or something. That obviously we're getting to silly territory, but you know, you could have fun with that for sure.
Maybe she was a super great officer and did serve on 5 ships, and then they had to erase her memory for some reason, but the memory erasure went wrong. So she went from a good officer to being not respectful of authority and got demoted as a result. And so it's, yeah, no, that's just crazy. Hooker Unleashed Films puts in $2. Tendi fights the Romulans with their eyes censored. Yeah, that was one of the odd things about that. There were like censor bars, wasn't there? Yeah. I mean, there was no. I mean, the only time we've seen a censor bar before was with Boimler, and yeah, I don't know what to think about the censor bars. I need to see the picture again, honestly.
The censor bars?
Yeah.
Censor with a C.
Yes. As opposed to what? Oh, sensors. Sensors.
Yes, a censor bar like the we just saw in the Prometheus episode, no, the Pegasus episode, Phoenix episode. It was a PH Phoenix episode. Censor bar. I mean, I don't know. Or it could be footage of Tendy's old life, and they censored the likenesses of people. Because that'd be, you know, but it's like Boimler. They censored his penis. So I mean, black bars exist. So maybe, you know, the eyes of the, or maybe they're like maybe they're Romulans that went through the Great Barrier and they've got white eyes, and if you have to censor their eyes, the powers somehow goes through the terminal.
Maybe it's a holodeck program and they're actual Romulans likenesses that they're using, but they didn't have permission, so the holodeck censors out their
NDAs, yeah. That's funny.
Wow. Jeff Jacobs, $2. Have you heard? We got our 100. See, I'd rather say 100 than hundy. Hashtag make Jeff pay. So thank you, Jeff, for not putting hundy. Don't do anything to diminish Tindy time. Tindy time, says Richie Appel. Matthew DeFriedis, after last episode's trailer, I gave up on predictions. It stung. Why? What did we predict last time? What the hell happened last episode? Wow, I'm tired.
I don't know. Wasn't our favorite.
Ron Sarah says to avoid spoilers, perhaps, for the black bars. I doubt that.
Yeah, no clamshell. That was sad. Will there be a Lodex Eagles line? Yes, absolutely. Oh my goodness. Bye, Stuart. Oh. Guys, everyone click like to get Stuart back. Because that's how this works. If you click like, you can come back. I wonder if his thing cried. Weird. Oh, that was very loud. Wow. That was so loud. Okay. And now it's not even starting. That's very strange. Well, that's weird. What will happen last episode? Badgie and Choo Choo Toss? Yeah, maybe. Why were 3 bridge crew holding their ears? I don't know. He's dead, Jim, yes. I'm not trying to mutiny. Tish Pershaw. Tish Pershaw. But guys, we're almost at the end now. If we can get another $15, or 25 goes around a nice round number, it's up to you guys. And let's see if he... Oh, come on. Oh.
There we go.
What happened?
I don't know. I tried calling you back, and then you were calling in, and I hit answer, and then it died, and I don't.
Yeah,
anyway.
I accepted your call, but the timer didn't start, and it was just my face. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
We heard.
Fleet Paw, Swiftback, $2. Mutiny. Sam's trying to mutiny. Bastard. On to you.
Nah. It's all good. I was just saying, Stuart, $15, and we can.
Yeah.
We can have a gentle thank you all. But no, this was good. I mean, it's good to talk about this stuff, and so excited for this.
I'm always excited for new Trek of any kind.
Yeah.
Let alone one that's really good, and it's Lower Decks. So
I'm definitely less excited after last week, but that's just because it shows that they can make a less good episode for me personally of what I enjoy. But that's the problem with that's the problem with the bar. Once you raise it, any lower than the bar, you get disappointed. But that's that's just the way of anything.
Yeah.
It's like with TNG. We've had multiple times when each of us have seen a episode that we thought we liked and didn't like as much, and the ones we liked more. So the bar of what our own expectations, even remembering, is whatever. But I know you aren't a fan of the dog plot, but I think it'll be they've proven they can be clever with what they're doing. So I think give it a chance, and it'll be more interesting than we.
Hopefully. Yeah. Hooker Unleashed Films throws in $5, so thank you very much.
What a name! Thank you.
Maybe Tindy is in the hollow and being attacked by Badgie's controlled Romulans with Badgie eyes. Would explain censored eyes, LOL, or maybe not, LOL. Yeah, I'd say not. That's a hard not.
Well, that would be interesting if Badgie does come back.
I'm sure he will at some point.
Well, like I've said several times, I want season 2 next year, early next year. Go make it. Don't give me any time to pause. I want to see more stories. And double the series order, CBS. Give us 20. Please.
Well, that's not going to happen for sure.
But it's so cheap. I want more.
I know. Snoopy McQueen throws in $5 with a laughing pair.
With a sweatband as well.
Yes.
I guess he's laughing so hard at us, or super chatting so hard that he needs a sweatband. Thank you. That's awesome. Now we're only $12 away from our second stretch goal and $2 away from our main goal. So that's just so you guys know. Yeah. So it's tomorrow then, the episode?
Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday.
Oh yeah. Okay. Wow.
Which means no live for you tomorrow, but for me, I have one at 10 p.m. So that'll be my first reaction. So yeah, tune in for that.
Cool. I gotta do all the prep stuff. Get all the well, if there is any, there's not always prep notes, but that's okay. And then the week after, Stuart, I'm doing some filming on Wednesday and Thursday, so I will not be lower decking until Friday. So, bit of a, I know, and not Trekker's filming, yeah. Some other filming, you know what for, obviously, but some other filming.
And Richie Appel, that could be used against you in a court of law.
Oh.
Lock Mike McMahon up in your basement and force him to churn out episodes.
As long as we kept buying him rare Star Trek memorabilia, he'd probably be okay with it.
Oh, he'd be fine. Just bring him to my place. He's fine.
That's true.
Badgie will steal the Doctor's mobile emitter and then become a real pro. Oh my God! Could you imagine Badgie stealing a mobile emitter
with Picardo? And because literally, we get a scene where it's like, "Are you telling me a sentient comm badge stole my emitter?" What? Like that would be. Picardo would love that.
Jason says, "Do you guys ever link up and watch it at the same time?" Ooh, no. We should though. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Maybe for one of the Discovery episodes.
Yeah.
Do it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Never even thought of that really.
No, neither did I until now. But hey, that's a great idea.
When I would watch it, I mean, you are awake obviously because I'm awake a lot later than anyone in England. Like if I was awake in an actual time I should be, it would be 4 a.m. your time. So it'd be Stuart, I'll be up in an hour. You're like, I haven't gone to bed yet. I'm like, Discovery. You're like, what?
Yep, we could make that work.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, $12 or two, either one, 13p. This was fun, nice gentle fun. I always like seeing Stuart's next time on. And actually, guys, if you're interested, the Neutral Zone, which is the Star Trek continues set, who took them over and stopped them from being destroyed.
Neutral Zone Studios.
Neutral Zone Studios. Yeah, thank you. They're doing a live stream today. They do it on Wednesdays, and we are scheduled it to jump in at some point. It's quite late for us, etc. They're going to be doing one about Dreadnought Dominion today, which is the Stuart, what is Dreadnought Dominion?
It's a fan film about the Dominion, who have a Dominion class dreadnought, and they come in and they just wipe the floor with all of their Dominion ships, and yay! No,
I just wanted you to say it's got a dreadnought. That's all I care about. 3 nacelle baby. Just have a basic like a,
Oh, it's got a dreadnought, which is fantastic. Cause I love 3 nacelle ships, and it's about a dreadnought.
Yeah.
Do I get a cookie?
Isn't that enough to make you want it and want to watch it? Because it's got a dreadnought.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dreadnoughts are great.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say.
And 4 nacelles are even better.
No, they're not. 3 nacelle configurations are better.
And 6 nacelles are 6 sets of warp. 6 sets of warp nacelles, 8 sets of warp grills.
That's just silly.
But yeah, check out the Neutral Zone live stream on Facebook later on today. I'm not sure exactly when, but it's in a few hours from now. They're having guests on from Dominion, and just check them out. They're a good group of people, and I'm working on their latest film right now. It's obviously a fan film, but they mean really well, and they always try and level up every time. And we are doing a new Dreadnought stuff, which is great. Yeah, if you like Dreadnoughts, it's going to be a lot of Dreadnought porn.
And Eric Epperling says, I have an idea. How about a 6 nacelle ship? I think he might be serious too. He might not know that you might want to talk about that now. Just saying.
Do I actually have 6 nacelles? I'm trying to... No, because I only have 2 big nacelles. Don't I?
I don't know. I didn't know it.
No, I can't remember what it looked like. I can't picture the top of the ship for some reason. Let me Google USS Horizon, because, I have to Google my own ship.
Richie Appel, is the Dreadnought from Into Darkness great, Captain? I wouldn't consider it a Dreadnought.
Dreadnought in name, not in class. Well, no, Dreadnought in name and class, just not in technicality of function. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if it was in the Trek universe, like post Nemesis, I think it would be a fantastically cool Dreadnought design. But yeah, Fleetpaw Swiftback, $3. This gives your goal, but not last super chat. Any takers? Anybody interested in the last super chat slot besides Fleetpaw?
And yes, no, it has oh no, it does have 3 because it has the underslung. Yeah, it has 2 primary, 2 saucer, 2 underslung, and then 2 sets of coils at the bottom of the main hull. Boy, it's a nice looking ship. More the model and the fact that Rick Stoneback detailed it, because boy, it looks like you look at that ship, you're like, yep, that fits in. All details are exactly where they should be.
The list of Jericho says Prometheus has 6 nacelles.
Yeah.
Does it though?
Yes.
Doesn't it have 5?
No, there's 2 on the saucer. There's 2, one on the top, one on the bottom. You only see the bottom when it's used. But I think it's you only see it in one shot, and it's also in shadow. And I've maybe looked at the scene files of that episode, and they also turn off shadows. I had a little look, and the Romulan to Pterodactyls, because it's a very ambitious sequence. That last sequence with Defiant and the Prometheus, and everything's a high poly model. So they had to turn off shadows for the scenes to work, which is a thing you shouldn't do, but you don't notice. Although when you I always thought the Pterodactyls were too bright green, like obnoxiously green in that episode, which they are. That's why I always use the DS9 version, because there's much more toned down. But also, when they also don't have shadows either, the insides are all green, and so the entire thing is just bright green, whereas it should have some more finesse. Yeah.
And Olivia Julius throws in $1. She's the last super chat.
Oh, we only need $7 more though. 7 more. We're so close. Really close.
So close.
Yeah. I'm also doing, Stuart, as you may or may not know, a TOS long-range runabout shuttle design for Drone Dominion.
Cool.
It's actually just the Matt Jeffries shuttle, the unused concept, just designed up, detailed up, because obviously wasn't designed to be anything more than a sketch at the time, so it wasn't given the fleshing out treatment. So we're gonna flesh it out, and the idea in the series, it's the very first runabout, it's the very first shuttle. There's actually a ship that can actually do missions by itself, and so therefore, obviously, you can imagine what technology needs to be crammed into this thing to be able to do long range missions at a shuttle level, or at least So that'd be interesting. I'm gonna add some greeblies to the bottom and such. I'm gonna try and actually have an interior that matches the interior of the ship, and have it so you'll be able to see through the window into the cockpit, but open the doors and see inside the main hull. And I guess have a back window kind of like runabout. I'm not sure on that. I haven't really thought about that yet.
Jason O, y'all are thinking small. What about 4 spore drives?
I'll just 4 sets of like a drone. That should be a fun kit match of Discovery. You make a 4 spinning saucer spore drive drone ship. God. Oh.
Jonathan C throws in $7 is what we needed. Says, no, I'm the last super chat. Well, thank you, Jonathan. Very much appreciated for that.
Ripped it away. You've taken that throne with a
passion. You didn't just beat Olivia. You beat her over the head with your super chat. Like, you ripped it right out of...
Wow.
Ripped victory.
Just like Badgie ripped some guts apart, you ripped apart Olivia's generous dollar.
And Evan1 puts in $7 with no comments.
Evan1, you've now ripped Jonathan. You've ripped his throat. You've just the violence at the end of the stream is phenomenal. My God.
No comment either. That's like the rudest kind of like I'm winning. It's like
killer.
No comment.
See, whereas Jonathan is Badgie saying, "I did it." He's just like, he's the face.
He's the Michael Myers of super chat slayers. Last super chat slayers, anyway. Never says anything. Anyway, guys.
Nope. Look again.
Oh, Area 51, $2.
Nope. Look again.
Really? Well, I'm waiting.
Nope. James Sanders.
I'm still waiting. Hasn't shut up on my screen yet.
Okay, James Sanders, $7. So now I have to make up another fictional host killing Evan. So James Sanders, $7. He has now taken the crown, used it, turned it upside down, stabbed Evan in the head, and then with the same this is Badgie powers, he's pushed the body and then ripped the head. So now he has the head and he's laughing there, but he's got no comment, so he's laughing silently, like. And then Area 51 to it, and I'll continue the thing,
And Area 51, $2. Really?
And he just stands there with a middle finger, like, really? And a simple middle finger.
Yes.
That was fun.
Congratulations, Area 51.
That fact was not fun. No, it was pretty violent. Thanks, guys. That was great, you guys. But I hope you guys got a...
LJ Twiggy says, when exactly do the episodes come out, though? He's asked about a few times.
Don't know.
Well, it depends. It's like 3 a.m. or something tonight,
for you,
depending on which time zone you're in. Yeah, like, it's, yeah.
Well, this is Jericho says 8 a.m. GMT. Well, I'm not awake at 8 a.m. GMT. So, I'm sent it. Whenever that person gets it, whoever they are, don't ask questions. The best thing is don't ask questions. Thanks, guys. You guys kicked bum and some violence at the end there. Badgie style. Well done, guys. So thanks. You'll see Stuart tomorrow, and
That you would approve.
I'm gonna go back to texturing a space station. So
You know what I need to do?
what?
I need to add a badgie emoji for the live chat
Just with the face of
for the stickers.
Hey, you can add a new rank of $7 a month. Badgie, the badgie rank.
Ooh.
Since that's now a theme, because how many of you would add a badgie subscription a month? Horrifying. All right, guys, thanks so much. Say bye, Stuart.
Bye, guys. I'm not going to say bye, Stuart. That's just an
I
old
got to
joke.
say anyway. So bye, everyone.
Bye.